Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be sharing with you guys how to make Edikanikong soup. So if you're interested in this, just keep watching. So guys, these are the ingredients we'll be using for the Edikanikong soup. I have here my beef and more. They are properly washed, and I'll be using stockfish head. So basically you can use any one of your choice, but for this soup I'll be using stockfish head. And my smoked fish, I'll be using panla. I mean, everybody knows panla. This is quite affordable, yes, and it's also very yummy in soups. So we'll be using periwinkle too. I mean, this is a icon. It is very necessary to have periwinkle in it. And then I move on to the palm oil. This palm oil, you have to buy a very good one so it doesn't affect the taste of the food. And we'll be using onions and salt for the seasoning of the protein. So most people say it's not good to use onions in meals. These onions are mainly for the proteins, just steaming of the proteins. Then I'll also be using scotch bonnet and seasoning cubes. I use Niger pots. It's actually very good for soups. And I have my crayfish here, and just know that if you're making this soup you need lots of crayfish. And my water leaf properly chopped. For a Edikanikong soup you need your leaves to be properly chopped. And for the main ingredient here, the ugu leaf, which is the vegetable leaf, it also should be properly cut. So let's get cooking, guys. Join me as we get into the proper cooking. So I start by steaming the proteins, which are the meat and this more. This is where the onions is needed, just a bit of onions. And most people don't like onions, so I did well to chop mine. And I added combination of red and yellow scotch bonnet. That is the fresh pepper we know it as. Red pepper is very hot, and the yellow pepper brings out the flavor in the food. So I went on to using my seasoning cubes, which is Niger pot, added salt, water. So most people basically just allow the meat to steam on its own first and brings out the own juice before adding water. But for this particular one, while the meat and the pomo is still cooking, I added my stockfish because they're actually not very strong as the meat. So we just need a little of steaming. I added my stockfish and periwinkle alongside with the fish. And I just realized how spacious ironically my pot is, which means I'll have to change it. So for now I'll let the protein cook. So in a new pot which is more spacious, I'll be adding the proteins that are already cooked alongside palm oil, because now we need all the proteins to soak in with the palm oil and all the ingredients before going into the main adding of veggies. So after adding the palm oil, I added my seasoning cube and crayfish. Crayfish is very important in soups. It's like the main ingredients, guys. Like, to make your food very delicious you need crayfish in it. So I'll just stir and let it cook until the sauce is properly thickened, because Edikanikong does not need lots of water. The water leaf itself, it's water itself. So you just let it thicken as it looks now. So I went for that, adding my water leaf that was properly chopped, and I'll give it a good stir, and I'll stir to the glory of God. As you can see now, the water in the pot is not as much as you think. It's just a good amount of stock that is able to cook this meal properly. As you can see now, the water leaf has actually released its own personal juice or water. That is why we don't need so much water while cooking this Edikang Ikong soup. So I went forward to adding my vegetable leaf. While cooking this soup, you need your vegetable to be properly chopped, and all you need to do just for that is just stir and make sure that everything combines. And for vegetable leaf soup, you don't need to overcook the veggies. I added this extra oil because I mean this is Edikang Ikong, we need the stock to be oily, and voila, the soup is ready. So guys, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Don't forget to like, and if you're new here, click on the subscribe button to join the family so you can always know when I drop a new recipe. And hey guys, tell me what swallow you would love to try this meal with. For me, if it's not fufu, I'll just do it rice. I love you guys, and do well to invite others to join the family. Bye guys.